welcome to the ShootMania Elite tournament final, basically, here with Team ESP out in front of us and Area 51 Gaming over on the other side. And right now we're just getting all our players, making sure all their settings are correct. This is just a warm-up phase, but we can watch Hiko here as he runs around the map. Basically, we can explain kind of how the game works to everyone who's not familiar with it. I'm Ask Joshi. With me is Dark Rabbi from IPL.
Hello.
So yeah, this map is the castle. It's an official map from Naughty Live. And basically right now we're in the warm-up phase. Before every match of Elite, it gives you some time to run around the map, make sure you can figure out how to get from your spawn to the goal, and from there you just practice shooting rockets and lasers, basically.
Yeah, and Josh, while we're waiting for our players to join the game, tell us a little bit about Elite Mode.
All right, Elite Mode is the competitive mode. It's the official competitive mode of ShootMania so far. There are possibly future competitive modes. This is just possibly the first of many.
Definitely.
But the way it works is it's 2 teams of 3, and they trade off attacking and defending. The hitch is, or I don't know, I guess the twist is that even though it's 3 versus 3, the actual rounds are only 1 versus 3. So you've got one attacker who has an instant kill laser gun, basically, and you can see him practicing with it there. Actually, no, he's got the rockets, so let's switch to Hiko. He's got that laser gun. It's a 1-hit kill. The other guy, Sempis, actually has rockets going right now, so all of the defenders are going to be using this weapon, the rocket. All of the attackers will be using what Hiko has here with the laser. So the laser is 1-hit kill. The rockets take 1 point of damage. You can see he's got 3 armor points down in the bottom center there, that shield. The attacker he'll be able to be hit 3 times on his way to the goal, while the defenders only have 1 life, essentially.
Yeah, and Josh, if you can go to the aerial view real quick. The objective of the game, it's all about a capture point, and if we could find that up there on the top, this big pole here on the top left of your screen, that's the objective of the game, is to capture or defend that pole each round. The first team to win 6 rounds takes the map, and you have to win by 2, much like in tennis.
That's right. So basically, every single round, you're going to have 1 attacker, 3 defenders. The attacker can win the round by either eliminating all 3 defenders or capturing that goal at the end of the map. So the attacker's spawn, I'm going to show it over here. It's in the top right. He's got to work his way all the way through this map, through various ledges and jumps and all that sort of stuff, while the defenders are going to be trying to shoot rockets at him the whole way across. So they're going to take several different route options all the way up to that goal. He will have 45 seconds, actually, from the start of the round to when the pole is actually able to be captured. So basically what that means is it'll count down. There's 45-second period where he's working his way through the map, trying to pick off defenders, and even if he reaches the goal, he's not able to capture it until that first 45 seconds is up. After the 45 seconds expires, he'll have 15 seconds to actually capture the goal, which only takes about 1.5 seconds of standing on the goal. So the defense purely is just trying to kill the attacker. If time is getting low, they can also just basically play keep away and keep the guys off the goal so that they can't capture it before time expires.
Yeah, and for those of you guys in the audience, this is a match for real money. First place is going to be taking $750. Second place, $250. ESP is the team right down below me here. They won our online qualifier for this tournament, taking out a number of top North American teams. Their challengers, Area 51 Gaming, over there in the blue team right now, and they're going to be playing a best of 7 for our grand final here.
Yep. All right. So we've got Area 51 Gaming, like we said. We saw a couple of them yesterday in the Fan and Pro Elite Tournament. These guys are actually all different from those 2. They are actually a very large gaming team, so they're giving everyone a chance to play some ShootMania for some cash. And ESP, of course, came through our online qualifiers. We have Gills, XP3, and Godson for that team, and they made their way through our online qualifier, barely losing any rounds at all. So they are looking in great shape here coming into this this final here.
Yeah, it was a really clean victory, taking out I believe 6 pool in the final. Before that, Alpha Males and one more team that is escaping me right now.
They played from a round of 8.
Oh yeah, they had to buy the first round. So taking out a good number of teams to make their way to this PAX final tournament, and it looks like we have all 6 players. Oh no, we're still waiting on 2 more to join the game.
All right, and I can see them actually logging in. Gills is on his way. Godson joining the server right now. Looks like all our Area 51 guys are in. We need Area 51 Esgarez. Oh, okay, there he goes, swapping over to that red side. And as soon as Gills gets in. We're going to give them just a little bit more time to make sure that their mouse sensitivity is correct. Obviously, pro players are very particular with their mouse speed. You know, you don't want to be swinging your mouse around and end up looking behind you or something like that when you mean to be following the guy. So mouse sensitivity, very important. Keyboards, making sure everything's functioning properly. You don't want to be caught by surprise, you know, halfway through a round and suddenly like your W key doesn't work or something like that, and you discover you can't run around. So that's very important for this warm-up period. But basically, once everyone's in the game, they'll take a few seconds to get their settings right, and then we'll just jump right into it. This is going to be a best of 7 maps. We're going to play only competitive maps and not any of the fan-made creations for this tournament, just because there is a lot of money on the line, and those maps really haven't been tested thoroughly yet. We have been using them for the fan and pro tournament though, so we'll continue doing that later tomorrow, actually, for the semifinals and finals of the fans and pros tournament. But
whenever money's on the line, you always want to make sure the players are comfortable with the map, they understand it, they have some time, they've practiced it, they know the defensive rotations. And that's what we're going to make sure is going on here today. And for those of you that haven't heard, the IGN Pro League has just announced that we're picking up ShootMania as an official title to go along with StarCraft 2 and League of Legends. And if you want to pick up a copy of ShootMania, you can pre-order it here today for a great price of, I think it's $15. Yep. You get a signed t-shirt from the development team. That's a great deal. I'm actually going to have to get one of those for myself before we get out of here.
Yeah, that's an awesome collector's item. Keepsake from your time here at PAX. That's only available at PAX to pre-order for $15. That lets you play in the beta all the way through beta into retail whenever it does release. And you'll have that nice keepsake t-shirt signed by all the developers. So when ShootMania is huge
really
and everyone's playing it, including your parents and your friends and your neighbors, yeah, you'll have
be a ShootMania hipster.
Yeah, exactly. You can be there when it was in beta still and have this awesome collector's item to show off. So you can pre-order. That's right over there at the pre-order store at the Ubisoft booth. But we also do have some beta codes. We've got some t-shirts available a little later on if you guys stay with us.
We will be doing some giveaways.
Yeah, we'll be doing some
throughout
giveaways.
the day.
And looks like Gills is... okay, so they're just fixing up the sound. Obviously, sound is another element that's very important. If you can hear footsteps behind you, for example, as a defender, you know you're in a bad place and you need to get out of there. Because if an attacker catches you with your back turned, it's very, very easy to use that one-hit laser and finish you off. So obviously, you want to have everything working properly. That's why we're doing this warm-up. So thanks for sticking with us while we get everything prepared. Let's see, what else can we talk about?
Well, let's talk about a little bit about our players.
Yep.
So ESP, the team, the red team, or I'm sorry, the blue team, right below me here, they're mostly former Counter-Strike players. We have a couple Quake players in there, and Unreal Tournament professionals in the mix. There's a lot of pro FPS gamers that are making their way towards ShootMania. The entire scene is gravitating towards this game as the next premier first-person shooter esport, and the reason for that is because Nadio, the developer, is really gearing it towards being an esports title, and by that I mean if a feature conflicts with the competitive play, they will cut that feature, and they are really shaping it towards being a really, really competitive mode, and I think it's great.
That's right, and as the developers were up here earlier today stating that there's going to be a second phase of the beta, and they're going to be making big changes, not just to Elite, but all of the casual game modes as well. If you've been checking out our booth throughout the weekend, we actually have Royal going on at the other 10-man station. That's just one of many official modes, but they're not quite competitive modes. They're just, you know, for fun, pick up and play. It's very, very simple. There's only there's a limited amount of weapons. You don't have to search the map for upgrades and ammo and all that stuff. It's basically pick it up, start shooting people. It's just a lot of fun. It's very addicting. Obviously, because of its simple sort of mechanics.
Oh, we've killed a lot of evenings.
Yeah,
the two of us playing this game. So
yeah, for ShootMania, basically, even in Elite, even in the competitive mode, there's a couple of things that you want to really master, and that is, of course, accuracy. Shooting accuracy with your rockets and your lasers is both of those are very, very important. Obviously, because every single round, of Elite, you're going to be using a laser or rockets. And the next is going to be movement. So we can talk about the movement a little bit. Let's see if I can find someone hopping around here. Semphis actually is just jumping around. You can see the endurance bar. It looks like a guy sort of falling there in the bottom right of the UI right here. There, he just used a little bit of endurance. Basically, you need that endurance to be able to jump, but if you hold it down after a jump, you can start to move quickly, and you can actually use it during firefights to try and move around a little bit faster and get around your opponents. So we'll see how the players are, how effective they are at using endurance throughout these Elite matches. And yeah, again, you can pre-order over at the Ubisoft booth over there. We've got beta keys and t-shirts that we'll be handing out throughout the match here. This keyboard doesn't actually do anything, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't know who you're typing to over there.
And so, Josh, let's talk a little bit about the defensive strategies on. This is our first map here, Castle, and let's go to the overhead view and take a look at the map. and just show people the basic layout of the map. This right here is the goal point. This is the objective of the game, is to capture this point here, or defend it for the defenders. And the beauty of Elite Mode is each round there's only one attacker, so the entire weight of your team rests on your shoulders. There's no blame to be passed around, and all the praise and or blame goes directly on you. You're by yourself, and you really have to lift your team to take those attacking rounds, and that, more often than not, is what makes the difference in competitive play, is the attacking rounds.
That's right, and you'll see as we get started how much emphasis is actually placed on the attacker. He drives all the action. He's basically purely responsible for who's going to end up with the points at the end of the round. So it's very easy to follow. Basically at the beginning of each round, we'll have the defenders spawning at this blue box here. The attackers will spawn where Gills here is running around now. And you can see right when the round starts where the defenders are going to post up in their defensive positions, which route the attacker is going to take. On this map in particular, there are three pretty popular attack routes we have up along the ledges here, through the middle, working with these line of sight blockers to try and get past the defense, or up and around trying to land long range shots across the map. But we are ready to go.
Oh, we are going live.
Finally,
this is game one
started here.
IPL Finals.
And we have
$750 tournament.
Yeah, so it's $750 for first place, $250 for second place. We have Area 51 Gaming against ESP, as we said earlier. So we can see ESP is on defense first for the castle. We have Area 51 Semphis on the attack down here. And let's go ahead and take his first-person view.
And we can already see XP3 moving up to a very aggressive position, trying to get some early rocket picks onto Semphis. The attacker already taking one hit, only 2 armors left.
That's right. So each attacker, remember, they do have that one-hit kill laser, but they also have 3 armor available to them, so they can be hit by 3 rockets before they are actually eliminated. So he's already taken 1 point of armor off, and basically that puts him at a disadvantage already moving in, and another rocket, so only 1 more shot for Semphis before he is eliminated, and Blue will take the point for the round.
There's a one good rail there on XP3 getting taken out there. Semphis has 2 defenders left, but only 1 life. Looks like he's going to try to take this ramp up. Defenders are hiding, and they do manage to connect on that rocket. 1-0 for ESP.
All right, Semphis pegged from the side there. Now we're going to alternate because we had a red attacker last round. Now we've got someone from the blue team attacking. It is going to be ESP XP3. We'll go to the overhead view here so you can see where these Area 51 guys are going to be posting up on defense. And you can also see the attack route of XP3.
Yeah, and a little bit of background about XP3. David Garrido, former French professional Counter-Strike 1.6 player. If anyone's familiar with Counter-Strike, you've probably heard of his name. He's played on teams like Check 6, AAA, and Complexity, winning a couple CPLs, and he is one of the most amazing railguns in ShootMania currently.
That's right. He's already got quite a reputation built up for his very accurate lasers.
And there he is, proving us wrong on that first shot, but it's okay. He's getting warmed up. There it is. There's the first nice shot of the night from XP3. 2 defenders left and 2 armors for our attacker.
That's right. Obviously, everyone's going to miss from time to time, and we'll see as he gets warmed up. I'm sure we'll be seeing some excellent shots out of him. There's the second one, so 1 more defender remaining. He's got 2 armors available. That's actually a really surprising miss right there.
Yeah, he's definitely still getting warmed up.
That's all she wrote. 2, just 3 shots on 3 defenders, and he didn't even have to capture the goal. So far, we've got ESP up 2-0. And now Area 51 Hiko is going to be on the attack. Let's go to that overhead view once more. We can see where these defenders head out to. So
once again, we see XP3 taking that aggressive forward position there, really trying to push up. And
wow,
already taking a hit from a spam shot. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so you can see everyone on the defense was spamming rockets toward that entrance because obviously it's a choke point. They know that the attacker is going to have to come through there at some point. So you'll see attackers from time to time just wait.
Oh, wow,
really
Hiko.
Good. Yeah.
That was a ridiculous shot, hitting the pixel on the guy's head there.
Knocking his toupee off, as I like to say. But yeah, Hiko already with a good rail. So he's got 2 armor left against 2 defenders. That's a pretty decent position here. Let's see as he moves up how he's going to do. But no, great defensive position there from Gills and Godson picking him off at the end. Blue wins the turn. That's a quick 3-0 lead. They are playing to 6 points once again, and you have to win by 2. So Red obviously still has a chance to come back. Area 51 Gaming obviously still does have a chance to come back, but they're going to need to land some successful defensive and attacking rounds to be able to do that.
Yeah, and XP3 even acknowledging that great first shot, dropping the NS into team chat there. And on attack now, we have ESP Gills. A little bit about Gills. He's 23 years old, former Unreal Tournament, so just like you there, Josh.
All right.
Yeah, so one of your former, maybe you probably played with him.
I bet he didn't play 135 speed, low gravity.
Oh, yeah, you're a weird mob that you played. Yeah, probably not.
If he did, I'm sure I killed him a bunch of times, so maybe don't want to reveal too much. But,
all right, so all 3 defenders still alive, missing a couple of pot shots there. We can see already Area 51 taking a much more defensive approach on Castle, not pushing up the way XP3 has been for ESP. We'll see what goes on here in this first attacking round for
Actually,
Gills.
we did have Cigares running all the way down that
Oh, yeah, he's
ledge
behind
at
him.
the very
You're absolutely
beginning.
right.
He's still behind him, and Gills actually has vision of him now, but he's got, you can see the timer counting down red. That means the goal is able to be captured, so he's going to hop on there, but the defenders
Nice shot.
are in really good positions. He's only got 2 seconds here to get back to that goal, and it's not going to happen.
Time is up.
All right,
so there's
Area
the first
51
point.
putting a point on the board. Okay, so Quake apparently says XP3. Thank you. That's very informative.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go back to that overhead view. We can kind of watch Cigares make his way through the map. ESP doing a very interesting.
What are they doing?
Very interesting defensive
This
position
is strange.
here from ESP.
What is happening, Josh?
So Area 51, I don't want to reveal too much, as the players do have a little bit of option to hear us right now with the giant speakers behind them. But you know, you don't want to reveal too much, obviously, when you're casting something like this, because any little bit of information, you know, going left, going right, that can kind of give away what your opponent is doing. So Cigares working his way forward now.
Let's hop onto his vision. Yeah, this is very interesting. I've never seen anything like this before in ShootMania.
Yeah, he is. Oh, there we go. Defenders finally popping out now, and Cigares already picking off one defender, but also taking a point of armor.
Nice shot.
He's slightly ahead now. 2 armor against 1 defender, and he hits all 3 of them. So
Cigares.
Area 51 Cigares just...
the land yell.
Wow.
Now we have a game here, gentlemen. 2-3.
We have the land yell. That's right. It's been a while since I've heard a land yell. StarCraft players are a little more mannered.
Oh, yeah.
They do the bowing and the handshake more than the
very,
yelling.
Very, what's the word I'm looking for? A very subdued celebration. But first-person shooter players, Counter-Strike players, you'll definitely get that good land yell coming out.
All right, we've got an interesting defensive position here. Godson is working his way forward, though. Go ahead and switch to his camera so we can see he is aware that Cigares is behind him, taking that first shot, not quite connecting. But now he's got a little bit of an open path. As one of the defenders is stuck behind him. That's actually kind of good for him, because it means there's less defenders waiting at the top. Nice rail there. Godson moving forward now. 2 defenders remaining. 3 armor for Godson, looking good still, but this is going to be a tough attack for him.
Oh, only 1 defender left and 2 armors. Now just 1 armor, and the goal is about to be able to be captured in 1 second. He does pick up that last rail and take the round for ESP.
All right, Godson making it 4-2 now for ESP, and you can see on this little stat sheet here the attack. You can see 1s there for ESP, XP3, and Godson. That means they did successfully complete an attacking round. All the defensive numbers. Oh, and that's a round. There is actually no way back up.
Actually, Josh, I think they added a ramp. I could be wrong about this, but as you can see, in water you go extremely slowly. Well, he's just going to suicide.
So the way the jump pads work in ShootMania, the jump pad at the very beginning for the attacker, you can just walk onto it and it'll shoot you across. Some players, they like to jump when they get to the jump pad, but it does that for you. So as we can see, that can have very drastic consequences if you miss the jump pad. And,
I think that's happened to all of us on this map at some point.
That's right, but we have ESP XP3 after getting that freebie round. This is actually a map point here. If XP3 can successfully get this attacking round, then they will win 6-2. So it's going to be up to Area 51 Gaming to try and slow him down and come back with some attacking rounds.
Yeah, Area 51 playing very conservatively. All 3 defenders hovering around that point. XP3 trying to get a pot shot before he makes his way up to the point. You usually want to try to pick 1 defender before you make your way up to the point. XP3 just going to go for it anyways. He does manage to isolate one of the Area 51 players here, which is, you never want to happen as defensively.
Yeah, this is very dangerous actually for XP3.
He does manage to pick him off with 0 risk.
Yeah, that was a little risky looking though to me, because if all 3 defenders were there firing rockets constantly, the position he was in. Oh wow, great rail there. So XP3, just 1 defender remaining with 3 armor to his name. He can just stand on that cap and chill out.
My God,
That's it. All right, so the first map will go to ESP, and we're going to go on to the next one. This is a best of 7 once again, so it's going to be first team to win 4 maps. You can see that little stat sheet here at the end. XP3 taking 2 attacking rounds. Gills is the defensive superstar here, landing 3 rockets.
Yeah.
And Area 51 Gaming, Cigares had that great attacking round.
Yeah, he really impressed me. That railgun was absolutely disgusting from Cigares.
Yeah, and they will need more of that if they're going to come back here against ESP, already up a map.